Hey guys, this is Thomas Davis. I'm just back here with a quick word for today. Um, I just want to tell you guys how to become the best version of you. I like to call that the impossible version of yourself. Basically, it's the version of you that you have to, that you always wanted to be. That version of you that doesn't fear taking chances, doesn't fear starting something new. Know that everything you try, you will be successful in doing. Um, we always hear the phrases of you got to do, well, mostly when it comes to working out or anything where you're pushing your limits physically and sometimes mentally, where they always tell you that, to get crazy results, you had to do crazy things. And that is true. It's very true. And what it takes to get to those results are basically you arriving to that point of making a decision for yourself. A decision that you're going to get to the outcome that you set for yourself. And once we make that decision, we have to commit to being consistent, showing up every day, regardless of how we feel, regardless of how sore you may be or how burnt out you may be mentally on something. You're just going to commit and push yourself a little bit further just to keep going, and that consistency will turn into discipline. And discipline, basically, just putting in your head that it's law, that this is something that you have to do and something that you will do, is kind of like going automatic at that point. And then it evolves from discipline to just basically becoming just another thing that you do. And it's these little foundations that will get us to that impossible version of ourselves, or that version of ourselves that we want to be. It's not something that's, you just do and it's just instantaneous and you just make massive changes right away. These changes are done incrementally. It could be done by the weeks. It could be done every 3 weeks. It could be done every month. When you commit to do something, or when you commit to be a better version of yourself, maybe you're going to read more books. Maybe you're going to try to go to new places or learn a new language or learn a new skill or whatever it may be. These aren't things you just throw on yourself all at once. These are things that we build up incrementally to. And it all works the same way. It requires the consistency of showing up. It requires that consistency then turning into discipline, and then that discipline evolving into something that you just normally do. It's a part of your rotation. It's a part of who you are now. And that's basically how we become the best version of ourselves. We have to continue to show up for ourselves. And we have to realize that we have to be our biggest cheerleader, our biggest supporter. We can't look to everybody else to do it. And, for a long time for myself, I used to think that, serving others would I misinterpreted the term of serving others. It's not people pleasing. Serving others is you being the best version of yourself, showing up for you, and showing up in such a way that people can look at that and see that, hey, you love yourself so much that you're able to go out and go and contribute and give to others. That's what serving others are. That's what being a great leader is. You serving others. It's not this idea of you being praised and you being held up or you being placed on a pedestal. Everybody watching this or anybody who's listening to this knows that everybody by default is a leader. You are a leader. And the number one quality of a leader is serving others. And to effectively do that, you have to become the best version of you, yourself. You have to become aware of your flaws and how to build and become better at those flaws and changing them, and also recognizing that the things that you may think may be a hindrance to you is really the one thing that makes you a blessing to others and make you an inspiration to others, that make you inspire others, that makes you just inspire others to get up and make a change. Becoming the best version of you just requires you making that decision and being consistent and showing up for yourself. Basically showing up for yourself and letting that consistency turn into discipline. And that discipline becoming law and something that's regular put into your rotation. So it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's something that we build up to and that we add on to as the days go on and the days progress. And you will know that you're becoming that person because you're going to become more aware of everything that's around you, your environment, the people that you have in your life, and you're going to lean more into practicing these practices of having gratitude, of having discipline, realizing that your environment is not holding you back. Your environment helps shape you. Your environment is also gave you the drive and the persistence that you have whenever you engage in something. You realize that all these things that you thought was a scar or some badge of disgrace is actually something that uplifts you and hold you up high and make you into the person that you are. and something that you doesn't have to run, that you don't have to run from or hide. So my word today was just basically start being that impossible version of you now. That dream version of yourself, start being that now. Make a commitment to it. I'm not asking you to change everything about yourself right now. I'm asking you to just commit to doing one thing, the smallest thing. You achieve these big goals and these big dreams and these, these big effects by doing the smallest thing. That's one thing that people need to accept. I know that when people want change, they want everything massive and all at once. But these things starts with little steps. It could be as small as you making your bed each day that you rise up. It could be you reading 2 pages of a book or 2 pages in the chapter of a book. Every day or whenever you have free time. It could be you meditating. It could be you praying. It could be whatever it may be. But commit to being that impossible version of yourself. That version of you that you think, if you had everything that you could have in this world and in this life, and you could do whatever you want. Commit to being that person today and start making those small changes. What's the smallest thing that you can do to start building yourself to being that human being? All right. Peace.